Hey Sonja, we're here for round two for your balance. I've got David on the table as our surrogate again, and we've been just having a little bit of a chat because obviously David being a holistic counsellor, so it'll be interesting to see what dialogue he has throughout the way as well with any tips and hints, but we'll sort of see what we can do for you in this next session. So enjoy. And I'm fully aware enjoy is the wrong word, isn't it? But let's make some good shifts for you. So again, I'm going to use the notes from our emails to sort of see what we need to do first, stack in, start with. Okay, so I'm now 100% Sonja. I'm now 100% Sonja. Okay, are we in? Yep. Is there anything blocking the energy to help Sonja to heal? No? Okay. So we can get started. Beautiful. So where do we need to start? Okay. Right, so we need to think about why your body is scared to be without the anxiety, scared not to be scared. So we need to sort of pop that into circuit so that we're working on that. Yeah, and I'll recheck whether or not you're still leaking energy again. And that perception of thinking that good things are dangerous, we'll sort of have a bit of a play with that too. And again, okay, so your body wants to stack all of these little things in, and that the fear that you have of taking up any space, you know, that you're not entitled as a human being to take up space on the planet. You know, so for whatever reason, your energy has been told by something somewhere along the line that you are so small and you don't deserve to be out there in the world, you don't deserve to have any agency, you don't deserve to be living a healthy, happy life. So something's really, so we'll see what we can do to find some underneath core problem there. Okay, so where do we need to start? So adrenal, survival, hidden deep survival, celestial circuit, chiron point, something else. What about map of consciousness? Yeah, okay, so we'll get into the map of consciousness, see where you are there. So, and this is with all of this fear online. So to 1,000 to 600 to 540 to 500 to 400 to 350 to 310 to 250 to 200 to 175 to 150 to 125 to 100 to 75 to 50. Right, so 50 is that level on the map of consciousness where we feel despair, we feel things are hopeless. You know, so we end up abdicating our right to have a better life. We sort of, there's just that real level of apathy. Why am I trying when I've been doing this for so long? Why should I bother? So we'll see. The plan will be to move that. Right, okay, so that's sort of interesting. So initially we need to do a couple of things to check some layers of your brain and just get the 4 layers of the brain connecting for a few different areas. So let's go see what we need to do. So do we need to do corpus callosum? Right, so corpus callosum connects the logical and creative hemispheres of the brain. So firstly we'll do the neuromuscular connection. And hold out for me. That's pretty strong. Now we'll ask in relation to trust and trust issues and lack of appreciation. So that's you not feeling appreciated. So when we can't take up space on the planet, part part of your subconscious brain doesn't appreciate anything about you. You're not allowing yourself to be out there. So appreciation and trust issues. And hold. Okay. So that's the emotional one. Now I'm going to check the mind-mental component of the corpus callosum. And hold. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to check the glial cell layer of the corpus callosum. And hold. Yeah, right, so it's a bit all over the shop. Then I'm going to ask about the perineural layer of the corpus callosum.
This is linking the left and right hand brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, it's not all of them. It's like half of them are working, but it wasn't everything. So now we'll just throw the amygdala online there and check the chakras. Right, so the amygdala emotion is an old pain and punishment circuit, and it's the throat chakra. So once again, speaking your truth, being out there in the world. It is fun to be a human. I deserve to have my own agency on this planet. What are you thinking, David?
I was thinking with hope, in hope theory, when people feeling despair and hopefulness, like hope and despair are opposite. And often if when people feel hopeless, they feel they don't have options.
Right.
So creating options is important.
Yes.
To get out of the one track, whether it's a black and white thinking or...
So we need hope therapy creates options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So options of how to fill space in the world, I suppose.
Yeah, okay. So so corpus callosum, okay, do we need to do anything else there? No. Anterior commissure, so we're going to get the energy coming to the frontal cortex, the anterior commissure. Check it in the clear. Because if these are, see, your neuromuscular pathways are working beautifully. Let's check the mind-mental. And hold. See, I think that one locked on corpus callosum, but it's not locking here on the anterior commissure. Let's check the glial cell level with your anterior commissure. Hold, that's fine. Let's check the perineural. And hold. That one's unlocking. Perineural, because I think it showed up in the last one as well. That's the coating around the nerves. So when we've got anxiety, sometimes something is really messing with that coating around the nerves, making those nerves vibrate and feel anxious all the time. And it's probably a challenge with the electron transfer in there. There'll be something going on there.
There's myelin around the nerve. Myelin. Yes,
and Sonja's had issues in the past with amigas. You know, and has felt that they haven't worked well for her, but that could be part of the whole thing where she's afraid of things that might be good for her, or perceives things that might be good for her as not being a good thing. Interesting. So with the amygdala in relation to the frontal cortex, there's rage, anger, frustration there. Is that internalized? Externalized? Internalized. It's more internal than external, so it's more the yin energy, and that one's blowing the base chakra.
Feminine energy.
Sorry?
Yeah. Oh, it's the feminine style.
Yes, yes. It's yin-ternalized. Yeah, so blowing that base chakra. Are there other layers we need to do? Yep, okay. So anterior commissure, corpus callosum, hippocampus. So hippocampus is a master memory part of your brain. So again, neuromuscular layer, beautiful. Let's check glial cells. Hold, beautiful. Let's check mind-mental. Hold. Mind-mental unlocked. And then the emotions associated with the hippocampus are fear of failure and fear of success. So fear of failure. And hold. Yep. And fear of success. And hold. Yeah, so you pull little brains between the rock and the hard place. So both fear of failure and fear of success are really fully activated within the hippocampus. And the other one I forgot was perineural. And hold. No. So, like with each of these, there's definitely some pathways that are working quite well, but there's definitely some pathways that are not.
Are they all oriented around fear?
No. So trust was the first one. Anterior commissure is about despondency, depression, anxiety. So lack of feel-good hormones. So this little combo with the hippocampus left to right connection is pain and punishment circuit plus throat chakra being blocked. Yeah, and creating that space, because obviously I'm sure you realize there will be some sort of addiction connected to your trauma, whatever it is that is creating these visions and this anxiety. I totally get that addiction to it, because who are you without it? What is your I am? What is your I choose? I am carefree. I choose to live a happy, healthy life. Is there any more little pathways from left to right we need to do? Amygdala, from left to right. Oh, okay. So there's 250 million neurons from left to right of the amygdala. I often forget this little commissure. Hold. It's not the neuromuscular. Let's check glial connection. Okay, so glial's not working. Let's check perineural.
What's glial?
Glial cells. So in the brain there's nerve cells and there's glial cells. And glial cells are much slower, but they take neurotransmitters around the brain. So do the nerves, but the glial cells are more like little tunnels as opposed to firing, to the firing action.
They create new nerve chains.
No, nothing to do with that.
No.
They're a separate part of the brain,
Right.
the glial cells. So they're two different types of cells in the brain. You've got nerve cells and you've got glial cells. But they take a lot of nutrition around the brain. They're involved in that pruning of the brain that happens overnight when we sleep. They're involved in the immune system within the brain. They're involved, the Schwann cells, I think, that could be a lie, but the Schwann cells, I think, are involved in the creation of the myelin sheath. So that neurotronic perineural pathway. Let's go amygdala with the mind mental and hold. Yeah. Oh, chakra. Interesting. So this time it's pain punishment again. So the left to right amygdala, those little 250 million neurons, it's pain punishment shutting them down and blowing the base chakra again. So, just getting some of these major left-right centers in the brain communicating, hopefully will just open up your ability to start creating some space between you and your trauma. Create some space for some problem solving and creating some positive circumstances in your life. Trying to find space to get out in that sunshine, trying to find space to get out in nature, trying to find space to do some exercise, whatever it is we need to do. Do I need to do more of the 4-layer stuff? So that's enough. Okay, what do we need to do next? Oh, okay, we need to pop in some visual pathways. Interesting and probably not a surprise. So actually, I used to have, which I think has disappeared at the moment, but I used to have a Rubik's Cube around the place. I'll just use something else bright and colourful. So basically, just using something colourful in order to create I'm going to try to create some trauma in front of your eyes. So I want you to open your eyes. So we're just trying to create that trauma which accesses the amygdala connection to what you're seeing. And hold. Yep, good. And the next thing I'm going to do is take a black card and bring it towards your eyes, so we're bringing in that dark, what you can't see. So keep your eyes open. So we're creating the dilation of your pupils, which is what happens when we're fearful.
Really?
And hold. Yep, beautiful. Now we're going to do the visual part.
Dilate gets smaller.
Yeah.
Dilate gets bigger.
Oh, they get bigger when you're in the dark, because the pupils need to open up to see more light. Okay, so what we're going to do now is look at some visual pathways. So firstly, 2 lines. And hold out. Negatory Batman. Okay, now we're going to do the cross. So these are different pathways in the brain. So this one goes through the optic chiasm. And hold. Nothing going on here that's working. Then we're going to do 2 lines and a dot. So this is accessing foveal vision. And hold. It's trying.
It wanted to.
It wanted to. And now we're doing the cross with 2 dots on the outside. So this one's accessing peripheral vision. And hold.
It's okay.
Hold. Interesting. So the more complicated one is okay, but a lot of so there's some stress in there in relation to the amygdala connection to your eyes. And then there's some problems with your eyes going to the visual centers and back again, and your eyes going through the optic chiasm in the middle of your brain. So we've got some visual stuff in there. Let's amygdalarize that initially. Pain and punishment again. Base chakra and 8th chakra. Okay, so we'll do base chakra first, and then we'll stack in the base chakra. The 8th chakra, sorry. Interesting. Okay, so what do we need to do next? Okay, so we need a tuning fork combo. Let's go see what we need to do in there. So firstly, what's the first coordinate? Thyroid adrenals. First one's adrenals. What's the second coordinate? Liver. So adrenal time is 9 to 11 p.m. Liver time is 1 to 3 a.m. So these might be messing with your sleep patterns. If you're running on adrenaline still while you're trying to get some sleep. Liver, of course, about internalized, frustration, rage, anger, that sort of thing. So let's let's see what we need to do with the tuning forks. Do I use the Fluorescence hologram, or do I do something else? Fluorescence hologram, okay. And do I use meridians? Do I use chakras? Which chakras? Oh, yeah, right. So base chakra as well as 8th chakra. Do I need to do any layers of the auras? Can I just use figure eights generally? Okay, good. Anything else I need to do with the tuning forks? So let's have a look at what that affirmation is. Actually, I'll stop it and start it again for you, hun.